What's up, everyone? I'm Ryan. This is Chris. This is Fireside Yankees, and we are live after the Yankees took a 6-1 victory over the Orioles. They've at least settled a split. They will not lose this series. We'll talk about Carlos Rodon's dominant performance today. He continues the good times rolling in what's been his best season as a Yankee, one of the best years of his career, honestly. Aaron Judge hit a big home run, continues to have a year that should result in his third AL MVP. The Yankees are only 2 games back in the AL East with 7 to play, and we've got all that and more, including a debut at the AAA level for Elmer Rodriguez Cruz. Chris, how are you doing today? How are you feeling going into tonight?
Really good, man. When the Yankees have early offense in games, I think that's the best thing imaginable for my mood. Early offense, Giancarlo gets 450, the Yankees win, Blue Jays lose. I'm in a good mood. That's my check. That's my boxes that need checked.
Yeah, and I'll also say this. The 2 times we have not gone live since we started doing this are the 2 times the Yankees, or excuse me, the 3 times are the 3 times we have not been able to go live after the game. So whenever we can go live after a game, the Yankees will win that day. It is set in stone. That's how this has started rolling for the Yankees. We've got John in the chat. LFG Yanks, keep it going. I agree. I mean, keep it going is the best way to put it. Yankees just need to keep building momentum. You don't know what the Red Sox will do. You don't know what the Blue Jays will do. You don't know what the rest of the American League will do. All you can control is what you will do. And I have to say, Carlos Rodon set the tone and controlled the Yankees' destiny tonight. He was absolutely incredible for the Yankees. 7 innings of 1-run baseball, got length and efficiency, struck out 8 batters, walked just 1. I really thought that was the key. He was in command of the zone today, picked up a ton of swings and misses, 23 swings and misses. That's 2 Yankee starters who have picked up 20 or more swings and misses in this series already. I mean, he's just been one of the best starters in the American League. I'm really excited to see Carlos Rodon's baseball reference page at the end of the year because it will have SYA dash like 5 or 6 on it at the end of the year. Chris, what did you see from Rodon tonight, and what have you seen from him this season that's been so encouraging?
Can I ask you about your viewing experience first?
In regard to this game?
Yeah, just in terms of how you watch baseball.
So I mean, I watch on my PC. I'm not going to.
I want to ask you how. At what point do you check the pitch count, or is that like a lot for you?
I think I check around the 4th or 5th. I'm going to be honest. I'm also superstitious about it. If I ever notice the pitch count is low early in the game, the guy gets rocked every single time. I'm like, wow, so he's only got 40 pitches.
You try to avoid watching the pitch count?
Yes, but I'll always like instinctively check it in the 4th inning, like always, because that's kind of like the point in time. If you've got a lot of pitches, through 2, you can maybe wiggle your way out of it. If you've got 80 pitches through 4, you're not getting the 6th inning. You are not pitching into the 6th inning. No shot, because you're going to end up at 90 plus in the 5th. You're going to probably have struggled through the game. So I look at it every single time in the 4th inning.
Okay, so I look at it at the end of the 1st, and then I try to forget about it. I looked at it, I believe, in the 6th inning, beginning of the 6th, and I saw that he was at 68 pitches. And I'm like, oh, yeah, like this is an efficient outing from him. And when he's pounding the strike zone and gets up 0-1 or gets up 1-2, that slider becomes as wipeout as ever. And it feels like he's got a good feel for that pitch and his changeup right now. And that's so encouraging because, again, Ryan, what do we keep saying? You need guys to get hot for 1 month. And it feels like the way he's attacking the strike zone with the fastball and having the slider off of it, like it feels very wipeout, very dangerous right now. And so it is a pleasure to watch good Rodon, because bad Rodon is bad. It's like the Jake Delhomme of baseball. It's like once he starts bleeding, he doesn't stop bleeding. But this version right now that we're getting is a pleasure to watch. And there were Rodon outings in the past, even earlier this year, where I cringed or was very frustrated or anxiety-ridden watching him pitch, but I wanted to watch us play offense. This game, I was all for it. Like, I love being able to get excited about the top and the bottom of the inning. And with this version of Carlos Rodon, that is how I feel.
Yeah, and again, it's the ability, and I know Rodon has had his walks this year, but it's in the pursuit of damage prevention. It's in the pursuit of, I do not want to give up a home run. I have had home run issues. I'm going to avoid doing that. He is someone who the swings and misses are there. He's a strikeout pitcher. He can get a ton of swing and misses. He's only 2 strikeouts away from reaching a 200 strikeout mark, which would be huge for him. And if you look at his numbers ranked among American League pitchers, he's 4th in strikeouts. In terms of ERA, he's 7th. In innings pitched, he is 2nd. Like, I think that's more than worthy of, like, again, maybe even a top 5 AL Cy Young finish. And that, again, would just look so pretty next to that season. he has earned so much of the praise he's gotten in New York over the last year. It has been a completely different pitcher than what we first saw when he got to New York. And as you mentioned, there were so many times, even last year, where I think last year is where he kind of turned things around and turned a corner. But there were still moments where you're like, you can tell if Carlos Rodon's going to bleep himself.
Yeah.
It was the first few innings. And the other thing that scared you was that he could go even 2-3 strong innings. But if he started giving up the home run ball, if guys started, fastball, slider, or I'm on it, he was done. It could be the fourth inning. It could be the fifth inning. Sometimes he get ambushed in the first inning. I remember the first game of the ALDS that he pitched, he was cruising through the first few innings, getting the emotions up, all riled up. I'm going to be honest, when he struck out the side, that is one of the most electric moments I experienced in the postseason.
Me and my mom were going nuts. I thought we were going to get an all-time gem. And then as soon as that first, it's like when you drive 100 miles an hour, which never done, but it's like if you imagine driving 100 miles an hour, as soon as that first pebble hits the windshield, you just like forget how to drive.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you would see him get shell-shocked. You'd see him go, oh no. Like it's like this. He was so emotional last year in terms of how he pitched. This year, it's calm. It's a presence on the mound. It's going through each pitch. I can't tell when he's got 4 hung on him in the first 3 innings and when he's got 4 shutout. I can't tell. I cannot tell. That's a good thing. It's something that Garrett Cole, I felt like, also figured out with the Yankees, where I remember in 2022, he was like screaming at the umpire after they missed a call against the Red Sox, and the Red Sox hit a game-tying, I think, 3-run bomb. He's screaming like, "You blow it, Brian!" Da, da, da. And then you fast forward to 2023, 2024. There's still a little bit of like that emotion that Garrett Cole has, but it isn't you can see it. He's struggling. It's like he's got 3 hung on him, and he's still feeling fine. Like
it's workmanlike. I say
exactly.
Workmanlike a lot. That's my workmanlike. He's very workmanlike.
Yes. And I think what I love so much about Max Fried is that he's very stone cold. Like he's very much, he has a very good poker face. Rodon has developed that. And then again, the stuff, I mean, the changeup has been awesome for him over the last year and a half. Picked up a ton of whiffs on that today. We knew the slider coming over to the Yankees was going to be great. The fastball is a pitch that he actually didn't really have with the Yankees in his first 2 years. Like it was never really that effective for him. This year, it's not an overpowering pitch. I'm not going to pretend he's got it back to his San Francisco Giant or even Chicago White Sox days, but 8 called strikes on that pitch today. That's awesome. A 31% called strike plus whiff rate. That means that he's able to fill up the zone with that pitch, get easy strikes, get ahead, and do a job. He actually threw his changeup more than any other pitch today, but he didn't throw a single pitch more than 33% of the time. So efficient, very well. He did a very good job mixing it up. Again, just what a year he's had. One of the best pitchers in baseball this year.
Bingo. And if you're a savant guy that looks at pitching run value as your kind of barometer, he's actually got a higher pitching run value than Max Fried this year. He's in the 96th percentile overall. Max Fried is in the 93rd percentile. So it's quite the 1-2 punch. Obviously, I trust Max a little more than I trust Rodon right now, but Rodon has been workmanlike. His stuff's been good. And again, what do you say? You got to get hot for 1 month. And that month is coming up, and the guys look pretty decently hot right now. I mean, honestly, I don't know how you feel about this, but there's one guy if one more guy gets hot, I'm picking us to win the World Series. And that guy's Luke Weaver. That's the last one.
And I thought, again, today's outing was pretty good. I know not a good team, but all that matters is that I think sometimes with relievers, you just need to see the swings and misses. You just need to see results, right? You just need to feel like it's going in the right direction. Being a reliever, there's a lot of confidence that goes in it. And Luke Weaver is one of those guys who I think thrives off of the emotion. I think he's better because of it. I think he's a better pitcher because he has that. Like, again, he is about as electric as they come.
Oh, here we go. I don't need relievers to be workmanlike. I need relievers to be psychopaths.
Exactly.
I need starters, because I don't want my starter to adrenaline dump, because when you adrenaline dump, your velo goes down and you're just you just run the risk. But for my reliever, be a psycho. Be Fernando Cruz. Be Devin Williams. I'm okay with my relievers having a level of psycho to them, and when they make big pitches, to celebrate outwardly. You're right. With Luke Weaver, he's a guy that is going to ride his own confidence. And What
Yeah.
do they say? 12 runs in his last 12 outings. Like, he's been really bad. I don't know how I don't know if you have numbers behind it, but I do feel like he kind of went away from his changeup over the stretch where he was not very good. I don't know where you're at with that, but he used it today and it looked really good. Looked like he had a really good feel for it.
Yeah, it's interesting because you talk about that changeup, and obviously it's been his best pitch. This year, his fastball usage up to 61%. Last year's fastball usage was 48.5%. So there is that, like, I need to go to my fastball. I need to rely on my fastball. My fastball has to be my pitch. And not that Luke Weaver doesn't have a good fastball, but it's not a dominant fastball the way that, like, you cannot throw that fastball 61% of the time. That is not a 61% fastball pitch. A 61%, like, for context, guys, Garrett Cole didn't throw his fastball 61% of the time, even in his peak years, like the years where he would strike out 38% of batters faced. Those kinds of years that he didn't do that. So if you're Luke Weaver, it's not even you need another pitch. You just need to, I think, go to that changeup more, go to that cutter more. We saw him mix in a few more cutters today, very changeup heavy. I thought those were the signs we needed to see from Weaver in order for him to have in order for him to be successful. Fastball induced vertical break was up a bit too. He was averaging 21 inches of induced vertical break. I wonder if dialing back those full intent fastballs kind of helps him a little bit, because we saw it late last year. His velo, his fastball got right at the perfect time. His fastball got right when they needed a closer to step up and kind of do a job.
Yeah.
I think this year you're going to need him to also have his fastball be right at the right time. And it's going to be by kind of, again, you only got so many bullets. You got to know when to use them. And he's burning. He's going to that fastball like it's last year's fastball at its peak value. And it's not right now. And he has to adjust off of that. But really good outing for him. And hopefully it translates to, again, a very important next. I mean, we got a week left of baseball, guys. We do not have. He's got what, maybe 3-4 outings left in him before the year ends. I mean, it's Chris. It's nail cutting time.
So who do we have tomorrow? Like who's available bullpen wise tomorrow? Who do you want to see tomorrow? Who do you care about tomorrow? I guess bullpen wise, because today we obviously only used Weaver and Bednar. Tomorrow you. Maybe don't use Bednar tomorrow. I don't know how you feel about back-to-back days this late in the season.
Oh, Bednar didn't go yesterday. He went the day before. Because yesterday
right.
we had that loss where it's 4-2 and you just kind of use your B bullpen,
yeah.
which again sets you up where you have everyone ready to go tomorrow. And you're gonna have a tough customer in Kyle Bradish, and we'll get to that matchup in a bit because he's been very good since coming back from the IL and was very good before he hit the IL. So that's gonna be a game where I think you've gotta dump your A bullpen. Unless, of course, you're crushing your opponent. But you have the off day Monday. Like, unless the Yankees are winning by 20, like, yeah. I think you should, or not 20. You're not winning by 7 or 8 runs in the ninth inning. Like, you should probably go to your A bullpen at some point during the game. Now, someone who had a quietly very good game today because the Yankees were just really good all around. Like, there just wasn't really a big negative for them. Big 99, 2 for 4 today, home run, just continues to do his thing. Chris, he has an OPS plus of 209 entering play today, a WRC plus over 200. This has been the best hitter in baseball this year and a significantly better hitter than anyone else in baseball. He should be the MVP.
Can I do the thing? Can we throw the lob to you real quick?
Yeah.
But Ryan, Cal broke the switch hitting home run record today. How can we give the MVP to Aaron?
I just like, for me at least, and I don't know how you feel about this, Chris, I value uniqueness from a historical standpoint. I do not think it means anything in terms of how good of a player you are. Aaron Judge is a 6'7" batting champion. We've never seen that before. That is not why he should win MVP. We've never seen that before. That's not why you should win AL MVP. I don't know, like how many rookies have you seen do what Nolan McLean's done on the Mets? He's a 1.27 ERA. No one. Should he win MVP? We've never seen this before. And I get it. That's a little bit of an outrageous, or not a little bit. That's definitely an outrageous case of that here. But we have seen, I'll even argue, 2022 Ohtani, what he did that year was far more unique than what Cal Raleigh's doing this year. But he was not the better player. The better player was Aaron Judge in 2022. Bobby Witt Jr., I have never in my life seen a shortstop have that kind of year. Ever. Not in my lifetime. Not in my lifetime. Did he deserve MVP because I've never seen it before? No. You win it because you're the best player. There's not a single metric, and people go, most valuable, not best. Okay, so show me a single value metric. Name one value metric that says Cal Raleigh is a better player or a more valuable player than Aaron Judge. Not one. There is not a single value metric, not one, that says that Aaron Judge is not the most valuable and the best player in all baseball. And I think most valuable and best are the same thing. But for those who think it's different, there's literally no argument for it outside of I don't like Aaron Judge. I don't want to see him win it again. And I think unique somehow means better. And that means you're arguing on a false pretense. So, Chris, I just don't see it. I don't see how someone could argue for Cal Raleigh.
You know how the easy way to tell if someone's just a hater or not?
I'd love to know.
Ask them why didn't Aaron win it in 2017? Because wasn't that unique? Wasn't that a rookie hitting 52 home runs? We'd never seen it before. We'd never seen that tear before. 128 runs led the league. Like,
how many 6'7" outfielders had we even seen at that point? The number's not huge.
No.
Like,
I'm saying a 6'7" rookie outfielder hit 52 home runs. And we told ourselves, or voters told us, well, we think Altuve is the better all-around player, so we're going to give it to Altuve.
I know the StatCast era existed for 3 years to that point, but Aaron Judge recorded the most barrels any player had in a season, and it lasted until 2022.
Right.
That was before Aaron Judge went on this 3-4 year run of dominance. We had never seen anyone display that kind of power before. No one. We literally had never seen it. It's not good enough to win MVP because, well, we're giving it to the better player. It's not about uniqueness. It's about the better player. Home runs, RBIs, and uniqueness was not good enough then. But it's going to be used to take an MVP away from Judge now. I just think, again, it's MVP fatigue. People are it's the new shiny toy. Kyle Raleigh is a great player. And I hate this because it's kind of like with Bobby Witt Jr. last year, where I spent so much of that September going, he's having a great year, but Aaron Judge is a better player. I would just love to talk about how great Kyle Raleigh is and how great
you can't do it, though, because you have to spend time explaining to everybody why Cal doesn't deserve the MVP over Aaron. It's gonna turn into, well, Cal doesn't do this, or this as good as Aaron. And honestly, it's Aaron is just such a unique class right now that not giving him the MVP when he has seasons like this is going to be something that people look back on historically and think to themselves, wow, the voters really had that much voter fatigue watching this kind of season.
Again, you just you ask yourself, who's the best player in baseball this year? It's Aaron Judge. Who's the best hitter in baseball this year? It's Aaron Judge. I don't know when the last time since we've tracked WAR and we've cared about WAR. When is the last time both the best hitter in terms of OPS plus, WRC plus, the main offensive total value stats, whatever you want to call it? Let's just say OPS, because I know that everyone's a WRC plus guy. And I know not every voter is voting on WRC plus. When's the last time the OPS leader and who's also the WAR leader has not won MVP?
I would say maybe 2017.
But what I will say about WAR back then is that it's changed so much. I'm pretty sure back then, the WAR calculations back then suggested Altuve was as good, if not slightly better.
Okay.
It was so close. It was within 0.2 wins. Or it was, my point is that is maybe the only example. And even in that example, we know that WAR had changed since then.
Yeah.
And we also understand in 2017 how good was the voter understanding of wins above replacement, or the acceptance
not very good.
Of wins above
replacement. My understanding of wins above replacement wasn't that good then.
I hated WAR back then. Actually, I was one of those WAR stinks. It's stupid.
You were anti-WAR. Ryan was anti-WAR.
I was a big home run RBI guy until I was 14.
Yeah.
But again, I've never seen anyone argue this persistently that the highest OPS hitter who has the most WAR shouldn't win MVP. At least last year, I will say Bobby Witt Jr. had a year that would have won MVP this year. That is what I will say, and I'll be honest about that. Look, man, I'm not going to sit here and pretend. The reason I say that,
I hear you. I'll have to look into it more, but I hear you. I'm a big Bobby Witt guy, so
the reason I say that, he had 10.5 WAR that year. Judge missing time, I think, would have killed his chances of winning.
That's fair. That's
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And also, you have to bake in also voter fatigue. If Aaron Judge had less WAR than the guy in front of him, he's not winning MVP.
Right.
And that's kind of that also is unfair. That
Ryan, that's what's happening. They are looking for a reason not to give him the MVP. And I keep telling myself that this year that it's more it's the same as last year, like a fake narrative kind of thing. Like, because I think he's going to win the MVP, Ryan.
Yeah.
Like, I think the debate is more of a media debate. I don't think it's a real. I don't think it's a real debate. I mean, the one thing that baseball writers will do is get him there, right? Like, because like record keeping and this kind of thing is really important to baseball writers. And baseball writers want to do what, Ryan? They want to be on the right side of history. The right side of history here is Aaron, not Cal.
Yeah. And I think if you're a Yankee fan, and I've seen this too, like Yankee fans even argue like Judge should win MVP. Like, I'm not saying that as a Yankee fan you have to believe your guy should win MVP. But I also think like I've never seen it. I've never seen the clear-cut best player in baseball having the best season in baseball get, like, I saw MLB tweet out, it's coming down to the wire. This shouldn't come down to the wire. If you know baseball, you should vote for Aaron Judge for MVP. Or you're going to be on the wrong side of history, and then we can all look back on this MVP and go, remember when they gave a pity MVP to someone else? It's kind of like Jeff Kent's MVP, and this is no disrespect to Jeff Kent, really good second baseman, but that MVP was so clearly we don't want to give it to Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Do you want to be the voter? Like, the voters who voted for Jeff Kent and not Barry Bonds are fools. We retroactively see these people for fools.
Yeah.
The year
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like since then, like voters want to be on the right side of history.
Right. Why is uniqueness suddenly the most important thing ever? We have never seen a guy like Aaron Judge, 6'7", have the longevity in their career that Judge has had. We've never seen this. Never. I've never seen this kind of raw power in my life. Ever. Giancarlo Stanton has special raw power, but like the way that Judge lifts the ball in the air more consistently, like I've never seen it. I've never seen the things Aaron Judge has done. I'm not saying I've seen what Cal Raleigh's done, and that's where, again, I'm not going to argue that Cal Raleigh isn't having a phenomenal freaking year. Phenomenal. He's phenomenal. But Aaron Judge, best player in baseball. Best player in baseball. I hate the division stuff too. Well, if the Mariners win the division, if the Yankees were in the AL West, they'd win that division. Are you like the winning thing now? Like they're literally throwing the book at him. If the win the division has nothing to do with the players. If he hit 62, what? When Aaron Judge hit 62, people couldn't unanimously agree that he should win MVP while also being the best player in baseball, while also having everything. He was clear-cut best player in baseball.
Ryan, I'm a basketball guy.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe has one MVP. Steve Nash has two. Living in Akron, Ohio, every year during LeBron's prime, people would tell me why LeBron didn't deserve the MVP that year. This is what it feels like. This is baseball's LeBron.
I will also say this too. Like, I'll compare it to Jokic in the NBA too, where Jokic, I think people got tired of him winning MVPs, and that's why Embiid won it. And that's no slight to Embiid. Joel Embiid, like, as a Knicks fan, I am not a big Joel Embiid guy, but like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like that guy was not when healthy, like a generational scoring talent. I'm not going to do that. But Jokic was the best player in basketball, in my opinion.
100%.
And then on top of that, I can look at, you mentioned LeBron examples. I think those are perfect too. It's just, we're so obsessed with reinventing the wheel when it comes to who should win MVP. We're so obsessed with it.
Well, we're obsessed with new.
Yes.
Like it's the same like thing in people's mind that gets them excited about prospects. I see it in college football. Like the new freshman is like the exciting thing. It happens with voters too. Like the new thing. It's like the unwrapping a new gift. It's new. It's like the new car smell. Like that's what it is.
You know what I was going to say? In college football, it's like everyone goes, do not draft a quarterback this year. Go draft a quarterback, because in 2 years, this quarterback
next year's draft class is better.
Yeah, it's like the 2027 draft class is going to be special. It's like, what?
I mean, we heard that with Giants fans this year.
Yes, it's like tank for Arch Manning. I love that. Yes. Oh, don't draft a quarterback, just tank for Arch Manning. Number one, you didn't know he was going to go in next year's draft class.
Correct.
You don't even know how good of a player he is.
Yeah, he's been bad so far.
Spencer Rattler was like a projected number one overall pick 2 years before he was draft eligible.
So was Quinn Ewers.
Yeah. How many people thought 2 years before Joe Burrow was draft eligible he was going to be a number one overall pick, albeit a first-round pick?
No, he lost the job at Ohio State.
Yeah. How many people thought Jalen Hurts was going to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback and Tua Tagovailoa was going to be an overpaid player who's on a team sinking into the ocean right now?
Nobody, because Tua beat Jalen Hurts. I'm telling you, it's just the whole new thing.
Yes, shiny new number one guy. new
Mhm.
top like this, and that.
New
So,
MVP, new best player in the sport. That's what it is.
yes. And again, it's no slight. It sucks because I don't like slighting great players. I don't. And Cal Raleigh is a great player.
Yeah.
I hate that this is how it has to be. Again, Bobby Wood Jr. Dude, Bobby Wood Jr. I think is like so like people don't understand that guy's like a top 3 to 4 player in baseball.
No,
That's how good he is.
yeah, he's like the shortstop version of Mike Trout. Like that's what we're talking about.
But the year that he was having a generational shortstop year, everyone wanted to pretend like that was better than a guy putting up like a 220 OPS plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there's the thing where I feel like some people felt like Cal Raleigh kind of came out of nowhere this year. So like last year, here we go, Ryan. I believe there was only 2 players. Here we go. Trivia time. And don't quote me on this directly, but 2 players last year had 30 home runs, 100 RBIs, and an OPS of 750 or less. Who were they?
Cal Raleigh, and I'm going to guess Salvador Perez?
No.
Ooh.
They're teammates now.
Suarez.
No.
Naylor?
Yes.
Wow. I didn't know Naylor got to 100. Huh.
Yep. Actually, it's funny. They were the first. The Guardians were the first team in baseball last year to have 2 guys with 30 home runs and 100 RBIs. They beat Soto and Judge by like a week.
Wow.
Yeah. So again, like those are the only 2 players to have 30 home runs and 100 RBIs and 750 or less OPS. So it's like the leap that Cal Raleigh had to have 30 home runs and then essentially double your home run total the next year. It's like that's like let's get excited about this. Like that is a part of it. So there was another milestone today. Giancarlo Stanton, 450.
I'm so happy for him too because like this guy there was a point in time 2 years ago where I was like, oh, he's not getting to 500. He's not going to get enough playing time to get there because OPS plus was below 100, WAR was negative, age 33. Like how many guys have dug themselves out of that? Not a lot. There's not a lot of guys who have done that. Really awesome year he's had. 21 home runs, missed half the year, and has 21 home runs. If he was healthy this year, he'd be getting, I think he'd be like MVP 7, MVP 8. Never going to really win MVP as a DH who doesn't pitch.
I mean, healthy all year. He's probably 30, 40 home runs this year.
Yeah. And man he set the tone because the Yankees have first two batters are outs. Single by Judge, kind of a soft hit single. Seeing eye single from Bellinger. And then Stanton hits a pitch that I had no idea was getting out until he got out.
Okay, that was my next question. Like, we saw the courtesy run there, but that looked like that. Like, I was shocked that ball kept carrying.
Yeah. Yes.
Like,
shocked. Like, okay, on the Judge one, if you're the left fielder, you're doing your pitcher a service because you're running out of that after that ball. You had no chance at that ball. No chance. None at all. Like,
no, the Judge one, I didn't even have sound on because I'm watching it on my phone, like at this wedding. And I knew immediately, no sound, that was tanked. Like, that's like, see you later, way out there.
Only question was fair or foul.
Yeah.
That was really it. But like,
do you think that's why Aaron watched it? Because like my mom was like, "Oh, look, he's watching the home run because he knew," and I was like, I think he just wanted to see if it was fair or foul."
I think that's
here
why.
we go. Speaking of fair or foul, that should be number 50, just for the record.
Yeah. Oh my, that Rays home run. Thank God we won that game because I remember we had lost the day before, leading 8-4 with chance, and we were supposed to sweep those guys.
Mm-hmm.
If that call ended up being consequential, shout out Max Fried for a great start that day. That would have been a conversation and a half. That really would have, no. I don't even want to. No, I'm good. That's the second time he's had a home run taken away from him in a season. His rookie year, I don't know if you remember the Cardinals one.
Oh, yeah. Good memory. Steel trap? You got a steel trap memory?
No, I have a memory of a goldfish. I can't tell you what I had for lunch like 3 days ago.
Okay. But
my mom was like,
you're locked.
No joke. Like my mom recently was like, you bought chicken and like, you didn't finish all of it. I was like, what? What chicken are you talking about, Mom? And it took me like, I leave my house. I'm like, what is she talking? Oh, it took me like 30 minutes to figure it out. Or like my girlfriend would be like, Ryan, you know what? Like you have flip-flops in your car that you're supposed to leave at your room so that I have flip-flops when I come over. And I'm like, those are your flip-flops? Yes. I'm like, oh shoot. It's 2 months ago, man. 2 months ago. Yeah, I'm not good at remembering anything. But with sports, yes, I'm a little dialed.
No, love that. But no, Giancarlo got one. Aaron got one, and those are the only 2 home runs, right?
Yes, those are the only 2 home runs of the game. Yankees, I mean, look, the Yankees got 4 of their 6 runs on the home run ball, but like I They created a run today off of Volpe, like getting a single, stealing a second, and then Grisham RBI single. Again, they just have so many ways they can dice you up as an offense. They can steal the extra base. They can go first to third on a single. They can steal second, RBI singles, have a runner on second, steal third, sack fly, hit the home run. They could do so many different things to kill you. I love it. I really love, again, how this offense is clicked.
Can I ask you a Jazz Chisholm question?
Yes, absolutely.
First of all, we didn't go live yesterday, 30-30.
Yes, congrats to him.
And he had the line about, like, I want to be in New York. It just depends on how much they want me. I'm a potential 40-40 player, which I believe him. But obviously he's going to win paid, and we'll talk about that kind of at a later date. But now I believe it's 2 or 3 times, Ryan, he's had kind of that, like, slap a ground ball the other way to get a run across. Do you think that's him intentionally kind of taking that approach? Do you think that's just more of an excuse me kind of thing?
I think he swings with the I think he swings with the intent of doing damage. Okay. But I also believe that Jazz has the ability to, and Jazz has displayed, I think on those kinds of swings, it depends on the situation. Sometimes he just gets beat on the ball and he just catches his foot in the right place. It's just right place, right time. But I do think with his swing, sometimes he is like, okay, I can miss that way.
Yeah.
I don't think everything is always dead pull for him. I think people get this idea that because hitters are hitters know hitting the ball hard is good, that every single swing for them is about hitting the ball as hard as humanly possible. It's kind of like, it's like filling up the zone, or guys who fill up the zone. I don't think Max Fried, his mentality is every single time I have to throw a strike, I generally would like to be in the zone. I would like to be ahead in counts. I'm going to do everything I can to stay ahead, be ahead, limit the walks. But he's not going to throw a 3-0 cookie down the middle to George Springer because he's got to fill up the zone. That's not the spot to do it. Or even 3-1. I don't think he'll challenge him if there's, first base is open and the Yankees are winning by, it's a tie game, or they're trailing by 1. Like, you really can't give up the long ball there. I think that Jazz Chisholm, I don't think every single swing is a home run swing. I do think there are some swings where it's like, okay, we need a ball play here. Let's see what I can do.
Well, and he gets such an aggressive shift whenever he's up to bat. It's like, it feels like that big hole. We've now seen him use it, I think, 2 or 3 times, right? Then now the first time he did it, it was absolutely an accident. Like, completely. But today, it was like, oh, look at that. Just 2 strike, just take it the other way. We'll take it. And with his speed, that shortstop moving to his right anyway is a really tough play. Or to his left, excuse me.
Yeah, and he's got the kind of speed where he knows. So people kind of do this whole, well, he's fast. Why doesn't he try to get on base and hit for contact more? Well, he's got power. So it's just because you have speed doesn't mean you shouldn't utilize your power.
And I want Jazz hitting for power. I want Jazz hitting for power.
But I also think he does try and use his speed, because if you hit the ball hard into the gap, like we saw against Baltimore when they hosted them and they were down, like they couldn't score all day, and he hit that like bases clearing triple. That ability to go, hey, I'm going to get that extra base, because everyone's focused on, like, all the fielders are like, hey, I got to make sure that second or third run doesn't score. Or no, that third run doesn't score. The first 2 runs will score. Let's try and cut down that third run. Jazz going to make sure I'm firing. Until his defense pays attention to me, I'm getting to third. That's a run created, because if it's less than 2 outs, good chance the guy behind you is going to bring you in. Especially with his speed, especially on ground balls. You'll see it how many times on ground balls he's at third. He gets there. He can get there. He can challenge these fielders. He can force these fast throws. I know Caballero's done this before. Volpe's done this before. He did it today, stealing second. Like, you can force defenses to rush throws and make plays, and it's very hard to execute. It's so hard. I think so many people confuse game plan with execution. It is so hard to execute in baseball. Everything is so fast and so sudden. It's not like a consistently moving sport. It's trying to it's like when someone's like, why didn't the cornerback, why didn't he pick off that pass?
Yeah. Like, why did he get beat on a go ball?
Right. And it's like, okay, if we're talking about the high school level, there's a chance maybe that guy just doesn't know how to play cornerback. But if you're talking about like a pro, I'm not saying that every pro is a great cornerback, but they know how to play cornerback.
Correct.
These guys would set records at the college level if they were to go back down to the college level. Like, people don't understand 100%. The skill level. It is just hard to execute. But when you're fast and you can force quicker throws, rushing mechanics, all these things, get guys off their rhythm, You see these ugly throws. You see that they're off the line, that they can't, like, it's so hard to quickly. We praise those plays. Those are the plays that get posted. When they make those plays, they get posted. And if you have to force the defense to make a play that gets them posted in order to get out of an inning or not give up a run, I don't know what else to say. That's what this team could do better than they've ever done before. And Jazz is a huge part of that. Huge. And I think that's why they should keep him. That's why they should. Do you know if Caballero's going to play every day next year? I'd say no. I think he's not going to even start.
I don't think he is. I think that I would like to have a battle between Volpe and Caballero for the starting shortstop role. But, we talked about it last time, I guess. If you have a healthy super utility guy there, you can have the battle between Caballero and Volpe. If not, you can't. And they're going to want Caballero to be the utility guy, to be honest.
Yeah. But that one of those two guys are probably going to be on the bench. And so Jazz is going to play every day. He's your consistent speed in your lineup every day. And the Yankees do very well with athletes. Have you noticed how well the Yankees have done with the best athletes they brought in over the last 2 years on the position player side? Bellinger, great athlete. He's been awesome. Jazz, great athlete. He's been awesome. Spencer Jones, the years he had this year under a new hitting director and Jared Derhart. Incredible year. Great athlete. George Bart Jr. drafted out of high school. What was his thing? Phenomenal athlete. How has he progressed? The Yankees, when you get really good athletes in the room, ERC is a good athlete. Carlos LaGrange is a really good athlete. Cam Schlittler is a really good athlete. When you start getting good athletes in the room and you've got good player development, you churn out really damn good players.
Can I ask you who you think the best athlete is in the big league club right now?
Look, Judge is such a freak of nature that I kind of want to say him.
Okay.
I know his sprint speed's come down over the last few years, but I see him in right field. I know he can turn that burst on. I think Dan Work tweeted this before. Judge turns on his center field defense in the postseason. Last year, I know that everyone's going to think of that Game 5 grab.
He had a catch earlier in that game that was outrageous.
Right.
Sprint backwards, back turn to home plate. That was a ridiculous catch he made earlier in that game.
Do you remember the catch he made in Game 1 of the ALDS? I think it was the first batter of the game. Almost takes Cole Yard. He just runs it down.
Yes.
Judge has that next gear. I think he just dials it back during the regular season to stay healthy.
Just stay healthy, right.
Judge is an incredible athlete. And Jazz is a great athlete. Bellinger's a phenomenal athlete. Great arm, great speed, really good. His body, he can cover large parts of the zone. He's a very vertical swinger. It's not like this. It's very it's almost like a wheelhouse. It's very interesting. His swing is very interesting, but he can get down and he can get anywhere. He can poke it. He can do anything with the ball. Hard for me to, it sucks because I thought Volpe was one of the better athletes on this team. And I think the compromised shoulders holding him back in that regard. And I got to give credit to someone like Rice, too. He moves very well for a guy as thick as he is.
Who's a better athlete, Dominguez or Jazz?
I didn't even mention Dominguez. Oh, my God, dude.
There's a lot of athletes on this team, man.
I'll say Jazz because he's so wiry and has so much pop.
Okay.
But I think Jason can become the best athlete on this team.
Okay.
He's a freak. Again, I've seen him.
I think Dominguez is a freakier athlete than Jazz.
Jason, I think the thing holding Jason back is the fact I don't know if the word is body control. I think Jazz just has he's mechanically so smooth. His body control is insane. I think Jason just needs to get more comfortable being in the big leagues, playing at that big league speed. And then again, guys, he's 5'8", and he's thick and he's fast. He moves and the ground shakes, but not because
he's built like mini Mike Trout, man. It's Mike Trout, and that's how he's presenting.
I spoke to someone inside the Yankee organization last year about this, and they told me dude, the ground shakes when he runs. When he's going, dude, he's a thunderous runner. This guy can move. So Jason, that's why I can't quit on Jason. I really can't. I know he's had a bad defensive year. I really can't quit on. He's too good of an athlete. So that's why Jazz, again, you keep Jazz. He's so good he's such a good athlete. It's not. I understand when he's 37, it's not going to be great. But you're not giving him a 10-year extension. You're giving him maybe you might give him a 5 or 6, maybe a 7-year extension. I think just get it done. Don't let him get hit for agency, because if you do, that's scary. What if the Mets need a second baseman? What if the Dodgers need a second baseman? Suddenly you might have to pay crazy money to keep him. And I don't know if you want to do that.
I would extend him now, just not the Yankee way. I do want to. Can we talk about Toronto real quick? I'm going to read off Toronto's last
division.
4 games. Toronto last 4 games. 2-1 loss to Tampa Bay, 4-0 loss to Tampa Bay, 20-1 against Kansas City, and then 2-1 today. They have lost their last 4. They have the Royals tomorrow at 2:10. The Yankees are headed the right direction with another win today. Ryan, where are we at with the division? And are you in on trying to win? Are you in on believing this team can win the division yet?
I got to wait to see how this Blue Jays. I got to wait to see a couple of things because I think 2 with 7 to go is tough. I still think it's tough. I do believe the Blue Jays will win the division. I still believe it. I still do. But the Blue Jays, like I thought the Kansas City series were going to kind of like nail in the coffin, done, over. I thought today it was going to be over. There was a point in time last week where it was over. 5 back, about 10 to play. Over, done, bury them. Division over. The Blue Jays just keep leaving the door open. And I'm not saying they're not going to close it out. I do think they'll close it out. But the longer it stays open, it just, again, the Yankees have a chance. As long as you have a chance, and that chance stays a little bit, that chance remains a chance longer than you kind of thought it would be. Hey, look, 2 days ago, I thought it was crazy talk that people in Cleveland thought the Tigers were going to blow the division.
No, on this show, we talked about it.
Yeah,
I thought it
was bullshit that people thought in Cleveland. Like, there's no way you think you're going to win the division. Come on. You're not better than the Tigers. Why do you think you're going to win the division? And it's like, oh, shit. Wow, they're
swept them.
Because pressure, here's the thing, guys. And this
pressure
again,
bursts pipes, and it makes diamonds.
Yes. That Toronto clubhouse is tight. Trey Savage is pitching tomorrow against a pretty good pitcher, Michael Wacha. And like, yo, dude, you gotta kind of set the tone, or else who knows? Like, you're hosting Boston starting Tuesday. Boston's spot ain't clinched. They're playing to kill. Like Boston, I know Boston has struggled a little bit early in the month, but they've kind of corrected course in this race series. Boston is playing to not win the division, maybe, but to be a top wildcard team, like be the number 1 wildcard team, host a playoff game. There's still value in that. Not travel to Seattle, not travel to Houston, not travel to Cleveland, not travel to Detroit, not travel to New York. They're not going to roll it back. They have got Crochet, Bayo, and Giolito going in that series. Not in that order, but they have their top 3 guys going in that series.
Yeah, Crochet's going game 3 in that series.
Yeah, if the Blue Jays lose tomorrow and then drop 2 or 3 against the Red Sox, and the Yankees handle business tomorrow, and they handle business against the White Sox, I'm pretty sure they're in first place, right?
I believe so. I mean,
right? Like if the Blue Jays drop, no, they're tied. They're tied. So if the Yankees win 3 straight, and the Blue Jays lose 3 of their next 4, which is not impossible. No, the Yankees are in first place because you gained 3 games.
Yes.
So, right? Yes, you gain 3 games, you're back 2.
Okay, got it. Yes.
Yeah. So, look, man.
Are you in? Are you in yet or no? You're just
okay. Now I'm in. I think I just talked myself to being in.
Okay, I was gonna say you're working through it. Like it sounds like you're very in right now.
The Yankees need to, again, all I care about. I'm not saying I don't care about what Toronto does, but obviously you have to in this scenario. But you win the games in front of you. You take care of business against teams that you are better than, that are not good teams. The division is real.
Yeah.
And it also relies on Boston helping you out. And I do feel a little bit scared of rooting for Boston to get hot, because then if you play them, like it's a little scary. But if you win the division, you don't play them in the first round. So who cares? Or you don't play them in a wild card. You only play them in a best of 5 with Garrett Crochet not going in game 1. And they could also just get knocked out.
So it's like, what would Ryan rather? Would you rather the Yankees have that wild card spot and Toronto wins the division and the Red Sox don't make the playoffs? Or would you rather?
I'd rather win the division.
Okay.
I not that Boston isn't like a good team, but like at that point, you have to just have to take the bye. You have to. A 100% chance to go to the ALDS is one of the most valuable things in baseball. That is something people don't think about enough. Baltimore, people ignore this for some reason. Going into last year, everyone goes, well, they played Cleveland and they played Kansas City. Like they were going to beat those 2 teams. We all thought they were playing Baltimore in a best of 5. And we were terrified of it because you'd have to face Corbin Burns once, maybe twice, with your season on the line. Terrifying. I don't care that they slumped into the postseason. No one wanted that. I was happy when KC won. I was like, okay, we've got a chance. Because if we win it in 4, we don't have to face Reagans twice. And the other guys like Lugo and Waka, they owned the Yankees that year, but those will also pitch to contact guys. Not necessarily the kind of archetype that works in the postseason.
And not against the Yankees. It doesn't work against the Yankees.
Right. And I kind of look at Boston, I go, they're a really good team, but if Roman Anthony plays you in round 1, if you play Roman Anthony in the Red Sox in the ALDS, it's going to be Roman Anthony's first games back. Yeah. Very hard for a 21-year-old. And again, you don't play Crochet. Like if you win the series in 4, you keep it to 4 games, you do not have to face Garrett Crochet twice with your season on the line. So, again, for the Yankees, you win the games in front of you. You continue to put pressure on Toronto. Like, even if you gain 1 game over the next 3 days. I mean, the pressure's on, man. Pressure's on. It's on. You're playing Baltimore, and they have a really good pitcher going tomorrow, but you've got to play. You've got to be able to beat the teams in front of you. You play Chicago after this. You have to be able to crush Chicago. Crush them. Crush them into the dirt. So, I think I'm in.
Bingo, just like that. Anything else from the game that you want to hit, or do you want to talk Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz?
I think we touch on Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz because I missed his start today. I have to rewatch. I have to watch it on replay.
I will rewatch it again as well. I did see the final line, didn't love it, but obviously I listened to you. You said, look, not going to take too much away from his first start in AAA. It's a different ball, different environment, first time out. So, but I do want to go back and watch the start just to see.
Yeah, I mean, it was very sinker heavy. Like the secondaries he wasn't really throwing them a lot. And I get it too. Like, it's your first time up here. Again, the ball's moving differently, and that's something where it's very tough to adjust to. The classifications on his pitches have to be updated. I don't think they got them all right. Like there are some 4-seamers in there that they list as sinkers that are not sinkers. There's some sweepers listed as curveballs, that kind of stuff where like you just kind of missed on some of the classifications. But I saw the start and on replay, and I was like, he got beat up a little bit, but I also remember his first AA start. He got beat up a little bit in that start. It was not a great start, and he rolled after that. Scranton's in the postseason, so if they do anything in the first round, if they get past the first round, all likelihood we're seeing Cruz again in a international league, or not international league, in the AAA championship. So they only crowned 1 AAA team. Every other level before that, they crowned multiple winners. Eastern League, Texas League. Like they crowned multiple champions per level. AAA, it's 1. You play 1. It's a World Series. It's a best team in the International League, best team in the Pacific Coast League. So I hope they get past the first round because I would love to see Cruz pitch in that kind of environment.
Bingo. No, I agree. I agree.
I'm not sure. I don't think Jones played today. We had 2 doubles yesterday. So good for him. He's kind of ending the season on a positive note after a really brutal September and late August.
Both those doubles were scorched, by the way.
Yes.
One in the gap, one down the line. Scorched both of them.
Again, I just need him to finish this season strong. Hopefully he has a good postseason. Just correct course. Just kind of end on a note that you can smile on. That's all I need from him at this point in time. The back spasms, I think, had affected him a little more than I thought they would. Never really hit the IL. He just missed some time. Hopefully, again, it's a year to build off of for next year. Cruz, again, a year to build off of how we're going to go into next year. But as the Yankees go into tomorrow, big game tomorrow with Cam Schlittler versus Kyle Bradish. Yankees, if they can get a win tomorrow, if they lose tomorrow, the division kind of feels lost, I will say. Because every game counts.
Yeah, no, that part I get, but tomorrow to me is more about another data point because I still think the Yankees have a debate or discussion about who's going to be number 3 starter.
Yes,
come postseason time, and it's between like Schlittler and Heel, I think, and so it's like you want to see what Schlittler has.
Yeah, and for like Warren was solid, and I did say like I kind of wanted to see Warren deliver, a solid start. Didn't have to be a great one, just something where like you feel good. You walk off the mound, you're like, I feel good.
Yeah,
I thought he pitched well. So I'm not saying he's gonna get the ball in game 2, but 1 earned run, 5 in the 3rd innings pitch, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Would have liked a little more swing and miss, but it's whatever. Heel didn't have a great turn last time through. He hasn't really had good process starts. Schlittler, he has a good start tomorrow. I think it's kind of, it's undeniable. You've got to become inevitable as a pitcher. You've got to become inevitable.
I like that. You got to become inevitable as a pitcher. I like that.
This is because again, if he delivers tomorrow, how can you not give him the ball in game 2? How can you look at game 3? How can you look at your season and go, I will not give Cam. I will be comfortable my season ending without Cam Schlittler touching the ball. Obviously, you have to live with that if you go down 0-1. But that's because you're giving the ball to Fried Rodon. If I go into game 3 of a wild card series and Schlittler's not touching the ball in that game, I'm like, what? Okay, so we didn't put our best foot forward to win the season.
Yeah, unserious if that's the case.
Right. Again, I like Luis Seal for 2026. I think a full offseason, a normal spring training, all that stuff. But how can I trust a guy? And I've said this multiple times to quite a bit of backlash. How can I trust a guy who walks 14% of batters faced and is striking out under 18% of batters faced? Like, guys, this is Marcus Stroman-like strikeout to walk rates. Not even. That's actually disingenuous. Marcus Stroman had a higher strikeout to walk rate this year. I can't trust that.
Yeah.
I just can't. And I love Luis Seal. I loved what I saw last year. Dominican-born pitcher. Like, what is there not to like from me? But I can't trust the walk rate.
And I'd rather him just reach back and throw hard again.
Right.
Just
and
side note.
Also for Schlittler, if he stumbles in this start and he like loses the zone again, the Yankees are going to go like, can we trust him as a normal starter in a playoff environment? That's going to be the conversation. So he's getting to a point where he's past his career high innings pitched. That's going to play a role in this. Mm-hmm. It's just tough. It's a tough situation if you're Cam Schlittler, where there's a lot of pressure for you right now going into tomorrow. And, you know, I hope he delivers. It would be really sick if he delivers in that start and we just kind of go, oof. Like I feel good. I know who my 3-starter is. No questions about it. Figure the rest out if we get to the next round or get to an ALCS or a World Series, a best of 7.
Yeah, huge data collection game tomorrow, man. Huge data collection. That game is at, what, 135?
Yep, and going up against the Yankees will be Kyle Bradish. Kyle Bradish had a really darn good year in 2023. 2.83 ERA, 30 starts, struck out 25% of batters faced. In his last 2 years, he's had injury issues, but in those 2 years combined, 2024 and 2025, a 2.64 ERA in 12 starts, a 33.3% strikeout rate, a 9.2% walk rate. So, look, he has been effective when healthy. He just has not been healthy. As for ways the Yankees could try and exploit some weaknesses here, this is not a perfect pitcher. There's no such thing as the perfect pitcher and all that. Like, there just really isn't a lot of perfect pitchers. But lefties this year have had their number against him. And in his career, he's been fine against lefties. Like, lefties has not been a problem traditionally speaking, but they've done a little better than him against righties have. He's walked more lefties this year than he's walked righties by a significant amount. He's walking over almost 16% of lefties. Just see if you load up with lefties and see what happens. He's throwing his sinker more. He's throwing his four-seamer less. Throwing his slider and curveball a lot. I think the Yankees are going to go with their best lineup, kind of going platoon neutral because they're so left-handed heavy. You're going to see Rice. You're going to see Wells catch. You're going to see Grish, Belly. You may see Dominguez. I'm not sure.
I would like to see Dominguez. Dominguez has, I think, earned the right to play in this game.
Yeah, and you know who else I think plays in this game? I think Caballero starts tomorrow. I think Volpe had a really good game like today. Like, he's played well in this series, but I think they're going to give Caballero a start.
Good.
Or maybe they take McMahon out the lineup, put Caballero at third, and then put Volpe at short. But I think Caballero will play in some capacity tomorrow. And again, with Bradish, he's a tough customer. He's a good pitcher. He's been nothing but good since being when healthy.
Yeah, I think he's only got 4 starts this year.
Yes.
22 innings pitched, 2 home runs allowed, whip 109.
I will note the teams he's pitched against. Red Sox, really well in that start. 10 strikeouts, 2 earned runs, 2 home runs. San Diego, 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 4 innings. Then Pittsburgh, Chicago. Maybe, you go from Pittsburgh, Chicago, some whiplash against the Yankees. That could happen. We'll see. Yeah. He'll put up a tough challenge. It is not easy to hit Kyle Bradish. It's just not. I'm not going to pretend like they don't put 7 on him. I'm going to be pissed. If they put 3 or 4 on him, again, that's where Schlittler, like, hey, take up the mantle here. If the Yankees score 3 or 4 runs tomorrow and they win, that's a recipe.
That means he did a good job. That means he did his job.
Right. That means either he did or the bullpen had a crazy carry job. Either way, you're encouraged by you're encouraged by some group that needs to prove something tomorrow, or he has needed to prove something throughout the season. So I'm really excited for this game. I think this is a big kind of, again, a data point game. Very, very important data point game for the Yankees.
Bingo. Well, I got nothing else left for today, dog.
I have nothing else left either. Again, Yankees play tomorrow, 1:35. They are 87-68. They're 2 back of the Toronto Blue Jays. They're 2 up on the top wild card spot, just ahead of the Boston Red Sox. They'll play the Baltimore Orioles tomorrow. They'll have an off day Monday as they travel back home to host the White Sox and the Orioles to end the season. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate your guys' continued support right here on Fireside Yankees. We have TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course this YouTube page. And also make sure to check out our personal Twitter accounts. They're right above our heads. Again, we appreciate you all tuning in for this live stream. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Let's go Yankees, and peace out.